Hello friends, welcome back to this channel. In this video I am going to show you how to install Ubuntu version 24 which released 4 days ago, codename Noble Numbat. So I'm using a VMware workstation here again for this installation. I create a new virtual machine here for this purpose. I click Linux, press Linux and Ubuntu 64-bit version. My virtual machine name will be this and the location will be default. You can change them if you like. I give 4 processor here, 8 GB of memory. You can assign less if you don't have enough memory. I'm going to use bridge networking here. You can disable network or use NAT or bridge as you like. I press next here. Controller type will be LSI logic and disk type will be SCSI here. I press next, create a new virtual machine with 20 GB of size. I press next and new VMDK as this name. I press finished. My virtual machine has been created, so I need this operating system media. I will go to Ubuntu website. I select product Ubuntu server, download Ubuntu server and download 2404 which is LTS and released 4 or 5 days ago. I click download. And your download will be started soon. I have downloaded this image before, so I cancel this. You have a cheat sheet here. You can download it and give your email to receive information about canonical products. So I come back to my virtual machine. I press edit settings here. I will select the ISO file I downloaded before. I go to this directory, ISO and Ubuntu 2404. I select open and I click OK here. I power on virtual machine here. My virtual machine will be booted. Here we have 2 options, try or install Ubuntu server and test memory. Test memory is an option that you can use to test your physical server, especially memory. If you have any problem on your memory module, you can detect by this option. So I press try or install Ubuntu server. My machine will be booted. Hardware will be checked in this step. Ubuntu 2404 LTS with codename Noble Numbat, which is using kernel version 6, which is optimized for security, for cloud environments, for Kubernetes workloads and many other new technologies. I press English here. I press layout English and variant also English US. I press done. We have 2 options here for Ubuntu server and Ubuntu server minimize. Ubuntu server is for your normal server workloads such as databases, application servers, web servers, and Ubuntu server minimize is suitable for environments that you don't want human to connect to them. For example, Kubernetes nodes such as workers and master nodes, and I don't want to search for additional third-party drivers, so I select Ubuntu server and I press done here. My network is DHCP, and as you see 139 has been selected for this machine. If you have multiple interfaces, especially in your physical servers, you can create bound here by using multiple interfaces. Because I don't have any other interface, I press cancel it and I press done. If you have proxy servers for your internet connection, you can also set the proxy as the format has been shown on this screen. I press done because I don't have any proxy server. Here mirror address will be checked. Nearest mirror address in my system is ir.archive.ubuntu.com, which is not updated yet, and I will give some error. This step will raise some errors and we should change the mirror address here and test it again. As you see, there is an error here. I change it to US. Also, if you see this error, just change the mirror and this mirror is being tested again, and this will be successful. So mirror location path test, and I press done here. In this screen we use /dev/sda disk, which is 20 GB for storage layout of the system. I will select custom storage layout. I press down here. As you see, we have a free space, 19 free space here. I click here 1 GB for /boot as a static partition. We have free space here. Again, add GPT. We leave it unformatted because we are going to use it as a physical volume for volume group. We shouldn't format this. As you see, create volume group has been enabled. I select it. I name it OSVG here. I select partition tree and I select create. As you see, OSVG has been created and we have 18 GB of size here available. So I click create logical volume. I name first as a /root 4 gig / is okay. Another logical volume will be LV_TMP 2 GB. I select other and /TMP. Another logical volume LV_swap 2 GB. I will select it as a swap space, and I create another logical volume for /home, and this will be 2 GB also. You can create another logical volume for /USR /var and any other logical volumes and file system that you like. I select create, and this layout is good for me, and well, I will continue because this configuration will be right on the disk. It is give you some questions about it. I press continue. I want to write it. I name it my admin. It is the description of user. I will select as my web as a server name. Login name will be my admin. I give password here and I select done. Ubuntu Pro is has some features, for example 10 years of support and kernel live update and many other options, but you should pay for it. I don't want to enable it now, so I press continue here. I will use SSH server to connect to this virtual machine after operating system installation finished, so I select it. Import SSH key. If you have any SSH key on GitHub or Launchpad website, you can also import them. I don't have any key here, so I don't use it. I click done. There are some softwares that you can select here and it will be installed during the operating system installation. If you click this, for example, AWS CLI, you have some options which version you are going to install. For example, Docker we have here. You can select which version of Docker you are going to install in this step. I will install these softwares later. I don't want to select them because it takes some time to install them, so I press done here, and main operating system installation step will start here. It takes some time to complete installation. Here keyboard has been installed. Packages are going to be installed on this system. File systems and logical volumes will be configured here. Also repositories will be configured here. Network repositories. You can also view the log here to see what is going on in this system. Kernel will be installed in this step. MDADM service, which is for software, it will be installed here. ISCSI service is configuring here. Let's select the log again. As you see, all the steps are being logged in here, and you can check them. Package installation is continuing here. Linux firmware. Anytime FS is configuring here. It seems that everything is going fine here, and as soon as possible we will get operating system configuration as finished message. Again, we see log here to see what is going on. So installation has been completed here, and as you can see we get success log at the end of log and installation completed message. So I select reboot now option here, and I go here and disconnect my CD-ROM, and I press yes, and operating system will be booted from our hard disk. Congratulations, your virtual machine is ready with latest Linux Ubuntu version 24, which you can use for 5 years with a standard edition and 10 years as a pro. And I give password here, sudo -i, because the user that created there was admin user, dpkg-l wc-l. 677 package has been installed here. You can check issue file and you see that 2404 LTS version is your operating system. You name -a. It shows that you are using kernel 6.8 edition. IP address of this machine will be 139. I use cmd ssh my admin @. I press yes for this footprint, and I connect to this virtual machine using SSH that we select to be installed during operating system installation. You can use any other SSH managers, for example Xshell or PuTTY or any other SSH client that you have. This installation has been completed, and you can install any application that you like. For example, you can use apt install MariaDB-server, which version 10 11 will be the version that is going to be installed by default on this virtual machine, and you can use any other application and services on this environment. Hope this video is informative for you and you enjoy the process of creating the virtual machine, downloading ISO file of this edition of virtual machine, and installing operating system and any other options that we checked during this process. This installation is good for your test environment or even for production environment. There are some things to do after installation, for example, configuring firewalling, configuring updating of the system, and I will try to cover some of them during next video. If I select dpkg-l, grep-i MariaDB, as you see, MariaDB 10.11 has been installed on this system, and you can configure and use this database as your database server. Thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, bye bye.